Welcome back, radio fans. Big Al here on this Easter Sunday. It is March 31st, 2024, and we're continuing our series on the February 2024 radio ratings. And today we're going to be taking a look at markets 11 through 20. So that means we'll be looking at Seattle, Miami, Phoenix, Detroit, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Puerto Rico, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Denver, San Diego, and Nassau and Suffolk counties in New York. If you missed the top 10 markets, I did those yesterday. That video was up. Now you can go ahead and check that one out if you want. All right. And all information is presented by radioonline.com and by Nielsen. So with that, let's jump right in to the number 11 market in the country, and that's the Seattle Tacoma radio market, who posted their listings or their ratings rather on March 19th. And the top station in the Seattle Tacoma area is 94.9 KUOW. That's the local NPR news station in Seattle, owned by the University of Washington. They finished February atop the Seattle ratings with a 7.2 share. Right behind them is Odyssey country station KKWF 100.7 The Wolf with a 7.1. 102.5 KZOK, which is iHeartRadio's classic rock station in Seattle. They finished third with a 6.4. Rock 99.1 KISW came in fourth with a 5.3. Fifth place is Hubbard's Moving 92.5 KQMV with a 4.9. Then we have another Odyssey station taking sixth place, and that's 94.1 The Sound KSWD with a 4.8. And then you have a tie for seventh with iHeartRadio's Hits 106.1 KBKS and Hubbard's Warm 106.9 RWM, both tied for seventh with a 4.3. In ninth place is KJEB 95.7 The Jets with a 4.2 rating, coming in ninth place. Number 10 is Cairo News 97.3 KIRO FM with a 4.1. Outside the top 10 at number 11, you've got KNKX Public Radio from Pacific Public Media in 11th with a 3.9. Then KEXP came in 12th with a 3.8. 13th is Classical King 98.1 FM with a 3.5. At number 14 is iHeartRadio's 96.5 Jack FM KJAQ with a 3.4. In 15th place, you've got Odyssey Classic Hip Hop Station Hot 103.7 KHTP, finishing with a 3.1. Right below them is their sister station, 107.7 The End KNDD, with a 2.9, finishing 16th. 17th is KNWN Northwest News Radio 1000 AM, which is listed on here and simulcasting on 99.7. They have a 2.5 share of the market, putting them in 17th. Number 18 is 93.3 KJR FM, Fox Sports radio station in Seattle, and the flagship of the Kraken. They came in 18th with a 2.4. Their big sports rival is Bonneville's 710 Seattle Sports KIRO AM with a 2.3, coming in at 19th. And rounding out the top 20 is Star 101.5 KPLZ with a 2.1. All right, moving to the Miami Fort Lauderdale market, number 12 in the nation. Their ratings were posted on March 19th as well. And leading the way is longtime urban station Hot 105 WHQT, posting an 8.2 share, taking the top spot in the Miami Fort Lauderdale market. Second place is Audio Group's Amore 107.5 WAMR with a 7 share. In third place, you've got 101.5 Life FM WLYF, or rather 101.5 Light FM WLYF with a 5.9. And their rival AC station from Cox Media Group, EZ 93.1 FEC, came in fourth with a 5.8. Then you've got the simulcast of WLRN and WKWM from the Miami-Dade County Board of Education. They came in fifth with a 5.1. Number 6 is iHeartRadio's WMIA with a 4.8. I think they're now known at, they're on 93.9. I just don't remember their brand. Well, we'll skip over that. But they're 7th in the ratings, or rather 6th in the ratings with a 4.8. 7th in the ratings is Zeta 92.3 WCMQ with a 3.9. which would make them the second highest rated Latin station in Miami. Number 8 is 102.7 The Beach, WMXJ, coming in with a 3.8. In 9th place is their sister country station, 99.9 Kiss Country, WKIS, finishing with a 3.5, and getting into the top 10 is WZTU 94.9 with a 3.4. Just below WZTU is sister classic rock station Big 105.9 WBGGFM with a 3.3, coming in at number 11. Euphoria's Mix 98.3 WRTO came in 12th with a 3.1. At number 13 is El Zol 106.7 and Herding Key West on 107.9. That's WXDJ and WMFM. WXDJ came in 13th with a 3 share of the market. In 14th place is long-running Cox Media Group hip-hopper 99 Jams WEDR with a 2.8. 15th is WRMA, which is a Spanish hit station from the Spanish Broadcasting System. They came in at number 15 with a 2.7. Then you have a 3-way tie for 16th with Cox Media's WFLC and iHeartRadio's top 40 station Y100 WHYI and its sister hip-hop station 103 The Beat WMIB, all with a 2.5 share of the market. In 19th, you have Hubbard's Hot AC station WRMF out of West Palm Beach with a 2.2. That's 97.9 out of West Palm Beach, but it shows up in the Miami books. And rounding out the top 20 is Power 96, the long-running Rhythmic CHR top 40 station WPOW with an even 2 share. All right, moving to market number 13, and that is my current home market of Phoenix, Arizona. Ratings were posted on March 19th, And leading the way, as always, is 99.9 KESZ, or as we call it here, 99.9 KEZ. Running away with the Phoenix ratings in February with a 10.1 share of the market. A very distant second place is Hubbard's Classic Rock 100.7 KSLX with a 6.8. In third place, their sister rock station 98 KUPD with a 5.3. Desert Valley Media Group's 95.1 and 94.9, the Wow Factor, AI, fourth with a 4.8. In fifth place, you've got 102.5 KNIX FM, which is like the top dog of country music here in the Valley. They were fifth with a 4 share. Tied for sixth, you have Big 94.5, Cool FM, KOOL FM, and iHeartRadio's 95.5, The Mountain KYOT, both logging 3.9 shares. In eighth place is Alt AZ 93.3 from Hubbard Broadcasting. That's KDKB with an alternative rock format. They finished with a 3.8. And then tied for ninth, you've got iHeartRadio's News Talk 550 KFYI and Odyssey's KMLE Camel Country at 107.9, both with 3.5 shares of the market. Outside of the top 10, in 11th place is sister station Live 101.5 KALV, posting a 2.8. Number 12 is Bonneville KTAR News 92.3 FM, KTAR FM with a 2.7. 13th place is Mix 96.9 KMXP, posting a 2.6. In 14th place is Intravision's KVVA 107.1 and KDVA 106.9, otherwise known as La Suavecita. They were 14th with a 2.5. Tied for 15th, you've got 3 stations. Sierra H Broadcasting's KAJM Mega 104.3. NPR News Station KJZZ 91.5. And iHeartRadio's KISS 104.7 KZZP tied 15th, all posting 2.3 shares. In 18th, you've got Bonneville International's KMVP FM 98.7 Arizona Sports. This is the flagship of the Cardinals, the Suns, the Diamondbacks, and the Coyotes, as well as Arizona State University football and men's hoops. They came in 18th with a 2.2 share, and that's slightly up from January. 19th place is KOMR FM, Amor 106.3 from the Euphoria Audio Network, posting a 2.1. And rounding out the top 20 is 89.5 KBOC KBAQ, owned by the Maricopa County Community College District and Arizona State University. They cracked the top 20 with a 2 share of the market. Beating out many stations, including 1-1 The Bounce, which had a 1.9. And Power 98.3 KKFR, which had a 1.4. All right, so that's Phoenix for you. Next is market number 14, which is Detroit. Their February ratings were posted on March 19th, and the top station is 100.3 WNIC, the long-running adult contemporary station in Detroit. They finished number 1 with a 7.9 rating. In second place is their sister top 40 station, Channel 955 WKQI, with a 7.3. Odyssey Sports Talker 97.1 The Ticket WXYT FM, which is the flagship of the Lions and Tigers, came in third with a 7.1, but it is significantly down from the 9.8 that they posted back in January. Odyssey's sister country station, 99.5 WYCD, came in at number 4 with a 6.5. And then Beasley Broadcast Group will occupy the next 2 spots. Rock Station 101, The Riff WRIF, came in 5th with a 6.2, while its sister classic rocker 94.7 WCSX finished 6th with a 6.1, and they were actually tied with iHeartMedia's Mix 92.3 WMXD, which also had a 6.1. In 8th place is 104.3 WOMC with a 5.9. Sitting 9th is News Radio 950 WWJ with 5.3. Rounding out the top 10 is Beasley Media Group's 105.1 The Bounce WMGC-FM with a 4.9. Outside the top 10, you've got Cumulus's 96.3 WDVD, posting a 4.3 share of the Detroit market, finishing 11th. In 12th is Alt 98.7 WDZH with a 3.7. Coming in at number 13 is iHeartRadio's 97.9 WJLB, one of 2 hip-hop stations in Detroit. They were 13th with a 2.7. In a tie for 14th, you've got KISS 105.9 WDMK from the Beasley Broadcast Group, and News Talk 760 WJR from Cumulus, both with a 2.5 share of the market. In 16th is iHeartMedia's 106.7 Detroit's Wheels, WLLZ, with a 2.1. Sitting 17th is Hot 107.5 WGPR with an even 2 market, or rather 2 share. Number 18 is Wayne State University's 1.9 WDET with a 1.8. Classical 90.9 WDJ came in at 19th place with a 1.3. And Ann Arbor's 91.7 WUOM, the flagship of the Michigan Public Radio Network, cracked the top 20 with a 1.2. Okay, moving to market number 15. That's the Minneapolis-St. Paul market. Ratings released on March 19th. The top station in the Twin Cities in February is 98.5 KTIS FM, which is a contemporary Christian station, ruling the Twin Cities market with a 10.5 share. Next up is 91.1 KNOW. That's the NPR station from Minnesota Public Radio. They were second with a 7.4. In third place is KFXN 100.3 The Fan. That is the Vikings and Minnesota Wild flagship. They came in third with a 7.1. Number 4 is Hubbard Broadcasting's well, one of their flagship stations, KS95, which is KSTP FM 94.5, they were fourth with a 6.4. In fifth place is iHeartRadio's Cool 108 KQQL with a 6.1. Sitting in sixth place is sister country station K102 KEEY FM with a 5.2 share. In seventh place is Cumulus Rock Station 93X KXXR 5.1 share. In eighth place is Odyssey's News Talk 830 WCCO with a 4.7. And running up the top 10, you have a tie for ninth place with iHeartRadio's 101.3 KDWB and Odyssey's 104.1 Jack FM, both with a 4.4 share of the Twin Cities market. Outside the top 10, you've got Cumulus Classic Rocker 92 KQRS with a 4.3. In 12th place is 89.3 the current KCMP from Minnesota Public Radio, finishing with a 3.8. iHeartRadio's Cities 97 KTCZ finished 13th with a 3.7. In 14th place is Hubbard Talk Station, My Talk 1071 KTMY, which is aimed at the female demographic. They were 14th with a 3 share. Tied for 15th, you have Odyssey Country Station buzzing at 1029 KMMB and iHeartRadio's Talk 1130 or News Talk 1130 KTLK, both with a 2.2 share. In 17th place is the three signal adult contemporary station known as Love 105. They list the main station WGVX on the ratings books. They were 17th with a 2.1. Tied for 18th is Bob FM 6.1 KLCI FM and Minnesota Public Radio's classical station 99.5 KSJN, both finishing with a 1.9. And cracking the top 20 is the oldies format heard on KTCZ HD3, which had a 1.4. I said top 10 and I meant top 20. Anyway, let's move on to Puerto Rico. Their February ratings were just released on March 26th. All right, so WKAQ AM leads Puerto Rico with a 6.1 share in February. Top 40 station WKAQ FM finished second with a 5.1. Then you got WZNT from the Spanish Broadcasting System with a 4.3, finishing third. In fourth place is their sister Spanish urban station WODA, 3.9 share. Rad Broadcasting's top 40 station WXYX finished fifth with a 3.6. Seventh place is Rhythmic CHR station WMEG-FM with a 3.4, and the numbers really dropped from there. As there is a pretty big drop-off from sixth place to seventh, and that is WNOD-FM posting a 1.8. Eighth place is WEGM with a 1.4. Ninth is WRXD FM, and tied with them is WUKQ FM, both with a 1.3. All right, just checking something quickly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the only other station got at least a 1 share in the market is WVJP. That posted a 1.2. All the other stations in Puerto Rico have less than a 1 share. So that one was pretty quick. Okay, market number 17 is Tampa, St. Petersburg. And leading the charge there is 105.5 The Dove WDUV with an even 10 share of the market. And Tampa Bay's ratings were posted on March 19th as well. In second place is US 103, or US 103.5 rather, WFUS. This is a country station from iHeartRadio. They were second with a 6.2, albeit a very distant second. In third place is Cox Media Group's 107.3 The Eagle, WXGL, posting a 5.6. Tied for fourth place is Beasley Media Group's country station 99.5 WQYK, and Cox Radio's 101.5 The Vibe WTBV, both with a 5.1 share of the market. Coming in at number 6 is Cox Media Group's 102.5 The Bone WHPT, finishing with a 4.9. Next is iHeartMedia's WMTX, which I think is Mix 100.7. They finished with a 4.7. Right below them is their competing AC station. That's Cox Media Group's Warm 94.9 WWRM. Tied with iHeartRadio's 98 Rock. This is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers flagship. Both stations finished with a 4.4. And then tied for 10th is iHeartRadio's News Radio 970 WFLA and Beasley Media Group's Q105 WRBQ, both with a 4.2. In 12th place is Joy FM WCIE from the Radio Training Network with a 4.1, putting them 12th. Number 13 is Beasley Broadcast Group's 98.7 The Shark WPBB with a 3.8. Their sister hip-hop station, Wild 94.1 WLLD, finished 14th, posting a 3 share. In 15th is iHeartRadio's 93 WFLZ, posting a 2.5. And then you've got a tie for 16th place with the University of South Florida's NPR station, WUSF, and Beasley Media Group's Maximum 92.5 WYU, both with a 1.9. In 18th place is iHeartRadio Sports Talker, WDAE 620 AM and 95.3 FM. This is the Tampa Bay Rays flagship. They had a 1.7. 19th place is WMNF FM with a 1.6. And rounding out the top 20 is WBVM FM, owned by the Bishop of the Diocese of St. Petersburg, with a 1.5, just a tick above 95.7 the WBTP with a 1.4. Okay. Market number 18 is Denver, Boulder, Colorado. Ratings posted March 19th. And starting us off is Classic Rocker 103 the Fox KRFX. And tied for first is Bonneville's Country 98.5 KYGO, both posting a 7 share of the market. KRFX, by the way, is the FM flagship of the Denver Broncos. KYGO's sister station, Cozy 100. I think that's Cozy 100.3 KOSI. They finished third with a 6 share. Number 4 is Channel 93.3 KTCL with a 5.5. In fact, KOSI, I think, is Mix 101.1 or something. No, it's Cozy 101. Sorry about that. Hot AC station KIMN Mix 100 is 4.8, as it's still 4.8 time for 5th. In 7th place is 97.3 KBCO with a 4.7. 8th place is KLDV. This is the local K-Love station in Denver. They're at number 8 with a 4.4 share of the market. Number 9 is KQMT. That's a classic rocker from Odyssey. They have a 4.1. And KCFR FM. This is the public radio station from Public Broadcasting of Colorado. They and Bonneville sports station Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan KKFN tied for 10th place, both at 3.7. In 12th place, you've got Alice 105.9 KALC with a 3.5. Thirteenth place is Intravision's La Tricolor 96.5 KXPK, finishing with a 3.2. 14th place is KS 107.5 KQKS. This is the hip hop station of record in Denver. They had a 2.9. Tied for 15th is iHeartRadio's 95.7 WDHT, or rather KDHT, and Intravision's KJMN, which I think is 92.1. They both finished with a 2.8 share of the market. In 17th place, you've got News Radio 850 KOA. This is the Denver Broncos and Colorado Rockies flagship station. They finished with a 2.6. Next is Altitude Sports 92.5 KKS EFM, finishing with a 2.2. One of them 18th. In 19th place is classical station KVOD from Public Broadcasting in Colorado Incorporated. They ended up with an even 2 share. And tied for 20th is Max Radio's Flow 107.1 KFCO and iHeartRadio's 106.7 The Bull KWBL, both with a 1.5. And that beats out 3 other iHeartRadio stations all on this list, including Freedom 93.7 and 760 KDFD, posting a 1.4. 107.9 KBPI, the rock station in Denver, with a 1.3. And News Talk 630 KHOW, which posted a 1.2. Okay, market number 19 is San Diego. So there's going to be some Mexican stations on here as well. All right. So the number one station in San Diego is KPBS FM, the local NPR station in the greatest city in the nation, posting a 7.3 share of the market. KXSN comes in second with a 6.4. All right. Next up is XHRM. This is a Mexican station that comes in San Diego. They had a 6.3. 103.7 KSON. That's a country station. They came in fourth with a 5.1. Number 5 is 96.5 KYXY, posting a 4.9. Then you've got Channel 933 KHTS with a 4.8, finished sixth. And their sister 600 KOGO with a 4.6. Number 8 is KFBG FM with a 4.3. Tied for ninth are a pair of iHeart radio stations, Rock 105.3 KIOZ and Star 94.1 KMYI, both posted a 3.9 share. Just outside the top 10 is XHTZ, which is a top 40 station from Local Media San Diego. They had a 3.8 share of the market. XLTN FM had a 3.4, finishing 12th. Classic Rocker KGB FM and regional Mexican station KLNV FM tied for 13th, both with a 3.3. 15th place is XTRA, that's an alternative station. They finished with a 3.2. 97.3 The Fan KWFN. This is the San Diego Padres flagship. They finished in 16th with a 3 share of the market. 17th is KSSX Jammin' 95.7. That's a hip hop station, finishing with a 2.6. 18th in a tie is FM 94.9 BZT and KV, which is a Spanish hit station from the Euphoria Audio Network. Both finished with a 2.3. And rounding out the top 20 is XHTY-FM with a regional Mexican format, closing with a 0.9 share of the San Diego market. And the final market we'll take a look at in this video is Nassau and Suffolk counties, New York. So this is basically Long Island. Their ratings were released on March 18th. Top station on Long Island is 102.3 WBAB with a classic rock format, finishing with a 6.9 share of the market. And then Newark, New Jersey-based New York top 40 station 100 WHTZ came in second with a 5.5. New York-based WINS FM and WKJY FM tied for third, both with a 5.1. New York classic rocker WAXQ finished fifth with a 4.8. WCBS FM, also from New York, finished in sixth place with a 4.4. In seventh, you've got WALK FM, which is a hot AC station, with a 4.1 share of the market on Long Island. 103.5 WKTU finished with a 3.1, putting them in 8th place. 9th place is WHLI AM from Connoisseur Media with an even 3 share, and that's a daytime station, by the way. Tied for 10th, we've got WBLI FM from Cox Media Group and New York's 106.7 Light FM, WLTW, both with a 2.8 share on Long Island. Tied for 12th, you have a pair of Odyssey stations, both based in New York. WFAN FM and Hot AC station New 102.7, both with a 2.7 share, and tied for 12th. 14th is WWSK FM from Connoisseur Media, finishing with a 2.5. Then you've got WBZO FM, Classic Hits station, also from Connoisseur Media. They finished in 15th with a 2.4. Number 16 is, of course, 97.9 WSKQ out of New York from the Spanish Broadcasting System with an even 2 share. Long Island. 17th place is 77 WABC, 1.8 share. WCBS AM 880 finished with a 1.7. 19th place is News Talk 7 WOR, 1.2 share. And then there's a tie for 20th with Sacred Heart University's classical station, WSHU, and New York-based hip-hop station, Power 105.1 WWPR, with a 1.1 share of the Long Island market. All right, so that is it for markets 11 through 20 in their February 2024 ratings. We'll continue on this series tomorrow with markets 21 through 30, where we'll be taking a look at Charlotte, Portland, Oregon, Baltimore, St. Louis, San Antonio, Riverside, San Bernardino, or the Inland Empire, Salt Lake City, Sacramento, Austin, and Orlando. So join me tomorrow for that. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching and happy listening. Peace out.